DiVincenzo and Isaiah Stewart had a brief exchange after the throwdown from Rudy Gobert. Stewart walks right in DiVincenzo's direction, says something here. A little bump.
A little point.
A little playoff intensity early in this ball game. Nice. DiVincenzo disrespected Fontecchio, picks up the offensive foul. And now, again, a shoving match once again. Stewart, it's too bad because he does so many positive things out there for the Pistons, offensively and defensively.
Ron Holland was a really good high school player. Good fake.
Reed turned the corner and is fouled by Holland.
Man, oh, come on now.
Big time brawl now in the front row.
Gotta stay.
It's going to take a lot to break this up.
You got to stay out of the crowd. This is not good.
This has been building on the last handful of possessions. Naz Reid had taken exception to Holland and was wagging a finger in his face. This crowd who braved the cold and the snow on its feet applauding the intensity. The Timberwolves finally showing some fight in this ball game. And the officials are going to have a lot to look at as you look at DiVincenzo's neck.
The coaches are getting into it. The coaches are literally fighting with each other now, too. J.B. Bickerstaff getting into it with Pablo Prigioni. I mean, this is ridiculous. And they're both wearing black, so you can't tell who is who. I don't think I've ever seen that before, Michael. I don't think I've ever seen a big melee like this and then have the coaches both getting into fights as well. This is crazy. Ron Holland was an instigator too. Like, he was really hot. You're right. These referees are going to have a lot to sort out. This is going to take a while. Look at,
can you see the scratch on the neck?
The Piston coaches didn't help the situation at all, in my estimation. They all came running over there.
So, again, just looks like a regular foul by Holland, but Naz Reid
plays under review for an altercation.
Wagging his finger. Holland pushing DiVincenzo. And so they get tied up. Oh, look out, cameraman.
I hope our guy Buddha.
That was our guy Buddha.
Buddha was in the middle of it. I hope the fans are okay down on that end. There's two on the baseline. I always say that's where I want to be, on the baseline. But I don't know if I want to be on the baseline with all that spilled into me. That guy still has his beard. That's impressive. Man, this is...
This is what the officials are looking at right now. This is the angle. And again, Holland trying to discard DiVincenzo. Again, DiVincenzo has been pushed one too many times. So a lot of pushing and shoving there. You see Stewart in the center of it. Sasser now in it. Gobert's trying to pull Sasser.
There's way too many coaches, Piston coaches in there. There's too many people in here. J.B. Bickerstaff is in there. Vitaly Potapico, who's a big guy. This is just unreal.
And a lot going on here, and this continued well after this. You see Reed there held back by Prigioni. And our guy Pierre and Tony Adams. And it's still not done yet as they continue, Jim, as you pointed out. You see all the black shirts? Like some of these are Wolves assistants, some of these are Pistons assistants.
And they're trying to, Pablo is trying to get Isaiah Stewart calmed down, and then coaches started pushing each other too. With the play that he's had out here, he's too important from outside the arc, but they've come alive now.
They've come all the way back from a 24-point hold.
What is going on here? How is that not a foul on Porter Jr.?
This is on the officials because that should have been called a foul. They let that go. The agitation grew. And Porter was standing over Gobert, who took exception to that. And now we're going to have to go to review for a hostile act.
This is 100% on the referees. What Porter Jr. was doing was egregious. Bobby Portis is inserting himself into this situation as well. So he's escalating in my estimation. Rudy's just trying to set a screen. And now he's being clamped. And that should have been called a foul. And it wasn't called a foul. They just let that go. That's ridiculous. And now Bobby Portis comes up and tries to escalate.
That could have been easily cleared up with a foul on Kevin Porter Jr. period.
Gary Trent Jr. too.
Instead of what we may end up with is double technicals.
Trent Jr. is in there escalating. Bobby Portis too. They need to give Gary Trent Jr. a technical foul. It's going to be probably double fouls and double techs, and then Gary Trent Jr. and Bobby Portis deserve it too.
Nick Smith Jr. went to Arkansas for a year. A career 39% three-point shooter. Shoots nearly as well from three as he does from two. We got a technical foul.
Yeah, Austin Reaves did the swing a hand at the official. And then he said something walking away and got ejected.
He got unreasonably bitter and got thrown out of the game. What a loss for the Lakers.
He made his move to the basket, got hit by Nurkic right there. No call, and there's what got him the first technical, the swing of the hand. The second technical was due to some verbiage that was directed toward that same official.
By Jalen Green. VanVleet into Hachimura. Adams is there off the bench. Offensive rebound. Another try for the Rockets. Look at Brooks working inside on Reaves. And Words.
Double technical for Adams and Finney Smith. Got tangled up on this bucket here by Brooks.
Well, he's holding on to his jersey. They both got called. And Finney Smith said, I don't like Jason Momoa. And I think he took offense to it. A double T. They've been laughing with each other all game long, so I'm not sure. Second season with the Rockets. Down low, Adams spins on Reaves. He'll meet Doncic. And we have a whistle down low and a 2-point Laker lead here late in the third.
Luka and Dillon Brooks, nose to nose, shoulder to shoulder.
Luka Doncic just picked up his 3rd foul. LeBron is going to shed his warm-up.
I was actually thinking about you.
Well, I wasn't jockeying for a part. I didn't know you were looking to write a movie too. But as Dillon Brooks and Kevin Durant get tangled up, and Nick Richards coming in to provide some assistance. And
no, Dillon Brooks is wrong for that.
Dillon just got himself an early technical, and
he should be kicked.
Got to be careful as he
should be kicked. Because it was just silly. I can understand him being physical with KD and trying to send a message. That's fine. But that was a simple drive. They're up a ton, 17, and it's all about Dillon. That's just all about him right there. I mean, he's got what? He's playing well offensively. I mean, he's having a good start to the game. He's got 8 points. He needs some more attention. Now watch this. Okay, now look, they're locked. Look, KD's just trying to get loose. And look, he's laughing and joking. See, so he's actually trying to get under the skin of him, right? And then he curses the official out, and so bye-bye.
Well, I guess it kind of falls in line with what we've seen over the last couple of seasons.
He's going a little dance. Look at these passes underneath. It's Vanderbilt's turn again.
This Laker team is really staying with him. We get a technical foul on Luka.
You know, as JJ says, he loves the passion. Everybody loves the passion, but when it comes to the referees, he's got to be a little bit better at it. Just under 8 minutes to play, 4th quarter. Boy, it's great seeing all the stars in action tonight. Nobody's sitting except for Rui. That knee management. Doncic starts, stop, shoot, gonna score.
Well, he got the switch. He won it again. Hardenstein. Luka's thrown out of the game.
Oh, no.
Luka just got thrown out.
There you go. Second technical. Doncic is gone.
Luka is saying he was talking to a fan, and the official is saying he was talking to me. So that's his second technical. He's out of the game. Luka makes this shot, and I guess one of the fans in the first row, he was saying something. Luka said something back, and the official happened to be in that area.
Yeah.
And he called the second tee, so
that is something.
Bye, Luka.
Yeah, that's something that Luka, he's always engaging with the fans or another teammate. But unfortunately, JT Orr thought he was talking to him.
We know the hardest thing is to say.
And every time Edey has been on him, he's found a way to get a clean look from the three-point line. That's one area that Edey's, as we see a foul right there, a hard foul by Porzingis, and Ja doesn't like it.
A little push by Morant. Porzingis responding, but nothing further.
But getting back to Edey, really strong on the offensive end, but defensively in that pick and roll, he's going to have to do a better job of responding to the pick and roll than getting out to the three-point line. We see Porzingis with the hard foul. Ja with just a little bit of a push.
So Morant to the free throw line. Meanwhile, Derek White, 10 assists tonight. Morant can't convert the free throw.
Picked up full court, VanVleet by Kamara, trying to draw the foul. Threw up a wild shot that had no chance of going in. Ahead to Sharp, got hacked by Thompson.
It's a play that we see Fred make a lot of times, and felt the contact, went into his shot, and referees didn't deem it enough to call the foul, but the contact was absolutely there. He sees the advantage, there's the bump, and that's a shot that Fred gets a lot of.
That's not going to do it. That will not get it done. And Portland bouncing back after getting blown out last night. They're going to get this win. Now, Fred VanVleet was just thrown out of the game.
Fred has got to be careful. Hopefully he didn't make contact with the referee.
Yeah, that's not good.
He was frustrated. Rockets really hadn't hit a shot, and he did get.
Another drive here by Jalen Williams. Hard fall. A foul.
That's a hard foul.
And there are going to be free throws. There's going to be a review, you would think, as well.
Dort and PJ are getting into it, two guys with techs. That's probably not good for either one of them.
They both have unsportsmanlike technical fouls tonight.
Wondering if Dwight Powell's hurt when he closed out. His legs went in a real unnatural position.
I know he slipped, but I know what happened. Ooh.
Yeah.
They did a split.
That's not good.
There was a foul on P.J. Washington. And Suyash Mehta said they're going to review for a potential flagrant. Mehta said that to the table, and James Williams just announced that in the arena.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news. That's going to be a flagrant.
Yep. That's the Powell slip. Another look at the Powell slip, and you'll also see the foul here.
Got head contact with his arm.
It's going to be a flagrant.
Without going for the ball, too, unfortunately.
Well, and then there's so much happening in that play. You think about the way Dwight Powell went down and where he's grabbing, you start worrying about a groin injury, which...
Right.
Whether or not there was an extra altercation. And so Kyrie comes in after Caruso was going to provide the support for Jay Will.
There's a little shove between the two of them.
Dame averaging over 7.5 assists a game that time. Nice job with the dribble breakdown, strictly for facilitation purposes. Andre Jackson Jr. may get a flagrant here as he went up high with the elbows against Claxton. Right here going through the screen. First, you saw that little, oh yeah. Wow, come on, Drake.
That's what started it.
Yeah. And in full view of the official, that's the issue I think that Darvin Ham had.
He is looking to score the basketball.
Yeah, he's put up big numbers in his last 4 games against the Rockets, including 2 straight 20-point games, and he strips it away from Brooks, and then Brooks ends up getting him, I'm assuming, somewhere south of the equator.
Oh, man.
And this is something they might end up looking at for a hostile act.
Let's see here. Dillon's in the post up, turns, and whoo! Little kung fu action there, man.
Ruling on the floor, kick ball. The players in review for possible hostile act.
Yes, it was Tony Brothers.
Let's see. Pow. I mean, is it intentional? I don't know. I mean, that's a natural motion. When you get stripped, okay, so watch the play here. He's stripped. He's going up. That's a follow through. Now, did he intend to do this, or was that a natural kicking motion? Would that be the word?
Here comes DeMar, working on Schroeder. Oh, that's light work right there for Debo. He gave him the too small. We see you, DeMar.
And wow, Domas got hit and thrown to the ground.
Yeah.
Watch it underneath the basket. Now this is him going to the free throw line.
Look at Beef Stew just throw him down.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see that very often where you had a made basket, a foul.
Tonight's Chicago's night. For the first time all year, the Bulls have won 3 games in a row, and they snap a 5-game losing streak in this series, 117-108.
Yeah.
Look out, Joe Mazzulla. Oh, he's talking to Justin Van Dyne. who teed him and Jaylen Brown up in the fourth quarter.
Joe's got to be careful because they could suspend him in the next game.
Celtics fans, claim your free 10-piece McNuggets with a $2 minimum purchase tomorrow. Offers only valid at participating McDonald's locations.
Sam Cassell ultimately able to restrain him. Maybe Jason Tatum. Oh, Pritchard again working on the glass. What do we got? A whistle, but no call yet.
No, they got a jump ball.
Oh,
who was that?
Joe Mazzulla. Justin Van Dyne teed him up.
So we got a jump ball. What they're arguing over, is it Pritchard or Brown on the jump?
Sam Cassell and Tony Dobbins building a wall to stop Joe Mazzulla.
So here's the jump. Oh, that could be Jaylen Brown, easy. So they point to Pritchard.
Back in the game, 6'5". Pritchard, he's 6'1".
Pritchard loves this.
No way. No way. They just teed up Jaylen Brown. Justin Van Dyne has.
Embiid. Wembanyama trying to take the charge, and he does.
Yeah. He just barreled, and even the crowd not booing very much, so.
And Embiid's got to be careful here.
Yeah, he just barreled right into him.
And he's mad as she just teed up Joel Embiid. Embiid's hot, and she just threw out Joel Embiid. What is going on? And Nick Nurse. Wow, we'll be right back. Here's what just happened. If you're just tuning in, Embiid got called for the charge. Wembanyama takes it. He was visibly upset. Gets teed up once by Jenna Schroeder and was going at it more. Embiid. And she just threw him out. She threw out Andre Drummond. Then they rescinded that tech. He came back in the game, but Joel Embiid has been ejected.
Again, Chris Paul taking his time, milking the clock.
George, no. Poole gets the offensive rebound, but he stepped out. Him and Poole, a little disagreement here. They were traded for each other last offseason. Paul was trying to take the ball away. Poole didn't like it, even though he turned it over.
And then the Pistons climb right back.
Brunson fouled by Schroeder. And then Achua pushes Schroeder out of the way.
Not too early to set a physical tone. And Schroeder didn't want to move. Brunson goes down and he just stands there. And watch right here. Getting up on him. He falls back, and now watch him just stand there.
His first team third.
One of the Pistons got a hand on it. And Tucker.
And then he stands over him.
Yes, stands over Schroeder, as we saw a minute ago from Schroeder on Brunson.
Here we go.
You talk about setting the tone for a potential playoff series. That is what we have seen here tonight.
You want bad boys? I'll show you bad boys.
Rick Mahart in the house tonight.
But it was for real.
Booch turns, gets Vando up and scores.
Yeah, he used Vanderbilt's aggression against him that time.
Vucevic, you know, he's a good rebounder, 10th in the league. Another whistle. Now Herder and Finney Smith have words.
Well, Herder was in the path of Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian didn't appreciate it.
No. And it's It's chippy.
They may have to. They'll probably have an official's review of this one. That's all we have is reviews.
Oh yeah, he's right there on the cheek, bleeding. Like everything else, it probably started a lot earlier than what we picked up on.
Well, you see both of them at the top. Inadvertent left elbow came back and hit Dorian in right above the left eye, it seems, and then coming down, Dorian just gave him a real two-handed shove, and the retaliation is always what they catch.
Obviously Herter elbowed him. Then I don't know. We cut it just short. Was he trying to go back and apologize to Finney Smith? Well, I don't know. I don't.
You mean when he got pushed?
No, the first time on the other end of the floor.
You mean when the elbow occurred?
Yes, because he had quickly turned and looked at Doe, and I don't know what he was going to say. Let's see.
Well, sometimes you realize that you've made contact. He's under the bucket.
Now there, he's turning. He's looking at him. I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't look like an apology to me. Maybe not. But they were talking the whole way down.
Dorian didn't appreciate it.
(53-48) with another substantial stoppage.
This is really what Dorian got. See the inadvertent left elbow.
Yep.
I'm assuming it was inadvertent, but it catches Dorian above the left eye and drew blood. I mean, cut him there and then going down, Dorian with the two-hand shove.
And so he has exited to the locker room.
No good. Look at Vanderbilt go to work. Kyrie Irving. John with Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt wants J.J. Redick. Take a look at this. Mavericks ball. 78-72 Lakers.
For the Pistons to come from behind here. Cade to inbound. Beasley rises. Giannis blocked the shot, and it was not a foul. With 1.5 left. Giannis trying to shake hands with Malik Beasley, who did not want to shake his hand.
Oh, he got him. He came down on his face and then shimmied. So yeah, I can see why you got a taunt there.
I guess Greeks can shimmy too.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Till the victor go to spoils, Giannis is going to win this game, so he gets the last laugh on that one. But what a game! What a game! What a game!
What a finish! And now there's one game left. It's on Sunday. Tennessee Ransom stepping between Giannis and Malik Beasley. Looks like a double tech.
He's doing the Dikembe, the late great Dikembe Mutombo finger wag at Beasley. He's shimmying with Beasley. Beasley's thinking about the shot that they needed that he couldn't get, and not the time to have to go through that. Get out of my face, George.
Yeah. Too bad Giannis didn't get fouled. I would have bet he wouldn't have made the free throws.
On Wells, and now doubled, and the Warriors take time.
It's a good timeout.
And now Steph. He was so upset at being fouled that he was talking to Desmond Bane, and he's kind of sick of the treatment he's gotten tonight. He said something and he went right to the bench so it did not escalate. 21.6 left, 11 to shoot, and the Warrior lead at 5. Would the young guys be ready in a pressure situation?
To the whistle, he stripped him, and Steph didn't like it. That's what led to the frustration. Watch him strip him right there. And Steph said a little something to him. You're okay with it.
Just got out of the way, but
the motion's running high. It's that type of game.
And of course, they dealt Cat to New York in the offseason. Here is LeBron. Nobody picked him up. Just laid it in with little to no resistance.
Well, and from there, the rest became. Nothing was called on. There is a push. The first push by Ant-Man, then retaliation by Vandy, and then double technical was called on Ant-Man and Vanderbilt.
And a little exchange between Vanderbilt and Edwards. It started off cordial between the two, and then some hard shoves at the end. So it's double technicals. They offset, and the significant part of that, Jim Pete, is it's another technical foul for Anthony Edwards.
It's what I
and it leaves him with one more.
It's what I was just telling you about he and Jared Vanderbilt, because Vando has now played against Anthony Edwards multiple times, and you see the number of technical fouls. I think
that pushes him to 16.
I thought it was just his 15th. I thought he got his 14th.
Rockets have bottled up Curry, and yet the Warriors still have the lead. Dylan Brooks, and he's fouled by Draymond. And Draymond and Dylan Brooks having words. So the final minute of this first half, we've decided nothing. And look at Şengün and Draymond kind of coming together. And Draymond's like, you're not going to bully me. Like, this is my spot. That's not a good idea. Easy. Now we have a technical foul. It's also Draymond's third foul.
And the hope for the Warriors is that Draymond can kind of channel this frustration and just have a monster game. He's done it before as Jalen Green misses a free throw. Now the crowd is involved. See, this is the kind of energy you want to feed off of.
They go to Şengün, Draymond. And Podziemski. Şengün on a switch and putting it up and in. And so he'll draw the foul there, and so he's got something to say too.
His vibrato is coming out. He's big time. And I feel like the part of his game that doesn't get talked about enough is his passing ability. He is a tremendous passer. He sets up a lot of their drives. He's attacking inside. He kicks it out.
Warriors' inability to rebound missed free throws are killing them right now. The GP2 saved the day with a beautiful steal. Foul. And then Thompson fouling Draymond.
See, this is what you need. Like, you're trying to channel all that's happening, the extracurricular activities.
Final 5 seconds. Draymond trying to set the screen. Curry three.
He got a bucket. I told you, he got a bucket.
Drops in the three with 1.2. And VanVleet, Draymond's going to get a foul.
Free throws.
And VanVleet's going to fall down and get 2 free throws.
So I told you, they're in the bonus.
This was not a good play.
Yeah, you just got to.
VanVleet missing the free throw. He's 83% on the season.
So as a team, they've replaced the Warriors as the worst team in the league when it comes to free throw shooting percentage. They're 30th now.
Yeah, he missed them both. Okay, so they escape the 2 points.
Look at Draymond.
He is hyped. He is on one. Okay, halftime does come at a good time. 51-50. There is a lot of talking. There's a lot of conversation. Could these two teams meet in the playoffs? Woo, there's something going on in this building tonight. Bonte, Mully, Festus at the Gatehouse.
They shot lights out from 3 in that one.
Vanderbilt really turning the corner with authority.
Ooh, Phoenix turning the corner. Jalen Green just turned around, knocked it down, and now Plumlee and Adams get locked up with one another. That's the last guy you want. He takes him down. And Plumlee ends up on top of Steven Adams. It's like a sumo wrestling match out there.
I think they're still locked up.
Yeah, they are still locked up.
doesn't seem too bothered that Houston has brought hitting the glass. Looks like
after the play, Plumlee and Adams getting together in a scuffle will be reviewed to see if it's potentially flagrant.
So they'll look at it. I guess it's been a minute since the Rockets have been involved in one of these. You see there is a little bit of a cut above the right eye of Plumlee. Let's see what happens. They were just going at it.
It's an elbow from Plumlee.
And they get locked up.
No, I'm not letting go. You don't let go. There's the takedown. WWE style. And again, I don't know. Look, nobody could get them off each other there. There's a lot going on, man. And hey, man, I like it. Nobody's shaking up. Those two going at it. And Steven turns. You see that arm locked. And Steven says, I can lock my arms. Let me go. Get off me. Now I'm not letting you off. And there goes the bear hug. And
after review, the ruling on the play is double technical fouls. Both Plumlee and Adams have been ejected.
So both guys have been tossed from the game. Plumlee stepped into the starting lineup for the Suns because Nick Richards has a sore ankle.
Look at the crowd erupting right now for Steven Adams. H-Town loving what they're seeing. There's like zero emotion from Steven.
Well, no. Three well short. A couple of those Rocket threes have looked that way tonight. Dumping it down to Wemby. He falls. Brooks is there. Him and Brooks fighting for it. Watch out. Watch out now. Hold on. Dylan Brooks. And Wemby.
Yeah, I mean, that's just unnecessary.
Brooks in there. Shoving and pushing.
I mean, how many times does the official have to blow the whistle? The play was dead.
Yeah, he is talking.
Oh, that's what Dylan Brooks does. He's an agitator.
And the officials will review.
It's a good play on the ball. It's a jump ball. The play's over. I mean, at that point, it's just, there's no need to try to wrestle the ball away from Victor. What point are you trying to make?
No, Brooks. See, right there, it should have just stopped.
Exactly. You know, I like how Victor kind of steps out of the scrum. He's literally and figuratively above it all.
Look at him just saying, hey, I'm on the ground.
And he gets out of it like, no big deal.
That was CP3 coming over in defense of his young superstar. It's an agitator. Crowd doesn't like what they're seeing. It'll be a jump ball, nothing more than that, says Sean Wright, our lead official.
Well, there wasn't really a foul there. There wasn't a technical foul.
Edwards gives it up to Reed. Reed on the attack, left it for Gobert. Zubac's the block, and then a lot of contact, no call, and out of frustration, Rudy Gobert fouls Zubac, and the Clippers are now in the bonus.
That was a hostile act in a lot of ways to me. I mean, Rudy just turns around and clubs up Pizza Zubac out of frustration. I mean,
he fouled him twice there.
I mean, Zubac fouls Rudy Gobert, so really the referees are really to blame for that, because that was a foul on Zubac. They missed it.
Yeah, I think they missed two there. And Ty Lue, I'm sure, wants them to look at it for a hostile act. And John Goebel saying no.
Thin to the floor.
Looney's got 2 of those 5 offensive boards this quarter. And the Warriors have turned this into a ball game now after being down 26. Lakers lead is down to 7 as we go into 5 minutes. Reaves, Buddy Hield gets it back, fires a 3. No. And a back tap that time by Hayes. Another chance here for the Lakers. Reaves again for 3. No. Vanderbilt offensive board. So the Lakers giving the Warriors a little bit. Vanderbilt and Looney come together. Let me go. You let me go first.
This is a little absurd, but okay.
Offensive rebound starting to define this third quarter. Both teams right now.
Well, you know what leads to a lot of offensive rebounds, Brian? A lot of missed shots.
That's right. It's one of those good news, bad news.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So be side out for the Lakers here. Finally getting those two competitors separated.